okay, got the wind knocked.
I'll tell you what, Houston came in and made things happen, and you know, they're the type of team that love to penetrate, and on this given day, they penetrated really well.
And we struggled in the third quarter offensively, and I think that more than anything hurt us. We weren't able to get our wheels going in the third quarter.
Yeah, we just got to make the plays. You know, we just got to dig down deep and make the plays and find a way of winning it, because I think we did a good job against running shoot offenses.
And what Robert is saying, they've got to bring in those interceptions. They've had so many shots at that. By the way, Brett Perryman, 7 catches, 72 yards. He had a nice game.
It's the first time the Saints have lost in 14 games against the AFC. Many people feel they should be in the AFC. Well, Jim Finks got back this week from Chicago, where the league meetings were held, and we talked to him about realignment and expansion. The National Football League has 28 teams, 14 in each conference, the American and the National. There are 3 divisions in each conference. That leaves 5 teams in 2 of the divisions, but only 4 in the last division. If each conference added 1 team, a total of 2, every division would have 5 teams.
Expansion probably is going to come probably within 3 years, and with expansion probably will come realignment. And I know our fans are interested, well, how's that going to impact the Saints? It might force us to change divisions, which wouldn't be all bad from a geographical point of view.
Realignment is the next logical step. After all, it really doesn't make sense having Atlanta and New Orleans in the West Division with L.A. and San Francisco.
I think everybody realizes the importance of us staying with Atlanta. I think not only Atlanta feels that way, we feel that way, but I think the entire league realizes it's a great rivalry. But how we would fall in with the rest of the teams, well, only time would tell.
Rivalries will be important to maintain, but so will a balance in the television agreements. NBC has the American Conference and CBS the National.
That's a big consideration, because that's why CBS pays more for their package than NBC does, because they have all of the big markets. They have Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, Philadelphia, Detroit. Those are major TV markets, and the NBC ends up with smaller markets, as you can see. And
the expansion cities will really determine the best alignment. For example, if Oakland came into the NFC and St. Louis went to the AFC, you might have this NFC arrangement: Oakland, Phoenix, Dallas, and San Francisco, L.A. in the West. The Saints might move to the East with Atlanta, Tampa Bay, Washington, and Philadelphia. The Central might be the Giants, Green Bay, Chicago, Minnesota, Detroit. But then you would really break up the New York-Philadelphia rivalry. Try another scenario and you face the same problems. It won't be an easy solution. There are a lot of deserving cities for expansion. We use St. Louis and Oakland as examples, and of course Oakland had been in the AFC and St. Louis in the NFC.
Why don't you just put the 49ers in Moscow?
And a lot of the problem will be matching up those rivalries. You don't want to break them up, and every time you try to realign the league, you break up a rivalry.
For better or worse.
For better or worse. We'll be back with more on Saints Sideline coming up. Stay with us.
Day of trouble ever.
Must be a good one.
Must be a Lennox.
Must be.
Get a free gas furnace or up to $400 cash back when you purchase a qualifying heat pump or air conditioning system.
For quality service, meet your New Orleans area dealers. For over 20 years, Mike Rouget has been providing quality service. Visit Marcel Farnay from General Heating and Air Conditioning and call Henry or Mike from Energy Specialist.
Attaboy, Dave.
I see you've selected the ultimate adventure. Vehicle preference?
Toyota 4x4, the black one.
Excellent choice. Oh no, we've lost another one.
A 1991 Toyota 4x4. The ultimate adventure.
We're the family of New Orleans with our own special way.
A city can only be as strong as its neighborhoods. The Whitney Bank and its employees take pride in Operation Comeback. With hard work, new life was breathed into this home on Camp Street. Operation Comeback is giving the city more than a new coat of paint. It's giving New Orleans a fresh start.
Coming together.
pride in what's uniquely ours. The Whitney.
They met, fell in love, and started running for their lives. Running from the LAPD.
Put the phone down.
From the CIA. From the KGB. From the Fashion Police. A romantic comedy adventure. Gotcha. Tuesday night at 8 on WGNO 26.
2 weeks ago, we brought you Saints Crunch Course, and that was very popular. So we went back to the Saints practice field this week to visit with one of the Dome Patrollers, Pat Swilling, as he demonstrates the sack attack for us. Now, Pat, I see your job every Sunday is literally you're just trying to get to the quarterback for 3 hours every Sunday, is that right?
Basically, that's what I try to do is get to the quarterback and get a sack.
And there's a lot of technique to this. You're just not trying to bowl over the guy, right?
No, these guys are too big to bowl over. You have to use some technique against these guys.
Some moves.
Some moves, yeah,
Let's
definitely.
see the first move that you like the most.
Okay.
Say. I'll be the quarterback.
All right. My first basic move is going to be a speed move. And basically what I'm trying to do is get to the corner and get to the quarterback. So I'm going to come here, he sticks his arm out, I try to get this arm down, I come around here, I want to strip the ball out also if I can and tackle the guy at the same time. So it's all basically one move, but I want to get the quarterback down and get the ball out so we can get a turnover.
And you have great speed, so you use that as much as you can.
Yeah, that's what I try to do is use my speed against these guys. Okay, the next move I try to work on is kind of a counter move off the speed move. A lot of guys want to set me outside and keep me from working on my speed move. So the next move I want to counter with what I call is the spin back underneath move, where I'll come here hard with the speed, they'll come here, I'll spin, throw the arm, come inside, same basic move, quarterback down, ball out.
Now I just noticed where you're coming from. Most quarterbacks right-handed.
Can't see.
That's my blind side.
Right.
I bet they hear those feet coming.
Some of them do, and some guys move around, but basically if I'm coming quick enough off of that move, I'm able to get there and get the ball out.
You ever yell anything when you're coming up?
No.
Or is it just silent?
No, I want it to be silent. All I want them to hear is the crunch.
Okay, Pat, coming from my blind side, you're just out to bring the guy down. There's no technique to that, right?
Not at all. What I try to do is tackle with the left and pull down with the right. Get him down.
The ball's out here.
Put the ball down here, tackle him with this hand.
Now, who's good at escaping from that?
Well, you got a lot of guys like Warren Moon, who we're playing this week, Cunningham up in Philadelphia. Those guys are more running type quarterbacks, and they have good speed and agility, can get away from you. You got pure passers like Jim Everett and those guys who want to sit in the pocket and throw the football, and they'll go down easier because they feel like they can get back and beat you the next time by throwing the ball.
And is there any discussion when you get a guy down on the ground?
Not much. Sometimes I tell you, a lot of quarterbacks, they're so used to seeing me and me making sacks when I get down. Most times they say it's good play. I never hear anybody. I don't have much to say to those guys. I get them down, I keep playing.
Folks, this is what it feels like or looks like if you're a right-handed quarterback and you're dropping back and you're a straight drop back passer. And right about now, as we're about to snap the ball, you can hear Pat Swilling. What's Pat saying?
Gotta get to him, 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 gotta get to him.
Thanks a lot.
It works. And it works.
Now, fortunately, I'm a scrambling quarterback like Randall Cunningham.
Come on.
And he won't catch me.
Gotta get to him.
I can still hear him, though.
Gotta get to him.
Larry, I went right to the parking lot, got in my car, and drove home.
He didn't catch you?
No.
Didn't sack you?
Nope.
All right, stay with us. We'll be right back with more of Saints Sideline, Prince, and then Denise Ferret.
better get on the road if you want to try Cholito.
Taco Bell.
50 beef in a sauce with tons of cheddar. And a soft tortilla now, buddy, you better pull out the stops if you want to try Cholito.
79 cents.
You better make a run right now for the border. You better move like a cheetah if you want to try Cholito.
I couldn't wait to call in my Toyota story. I play hard in the outdoors, but I need a truck that I can depend on to get me there. My Toyota's got 123,876 miles on it and still plays as hard as I do.
I'm in the delivery business. My Toyota truck has 352,917 miles on it. This is our bread and butter, this truck right here. If it's not running, I don't go to work, and we don't make any money that day.
I love what you do for me, Toyota.
When you need a beer that's cool and smooth, just tell them,
give me a Dixie.
I look at it now.
If you want a taste that goes way beyond ordinary, just tell them,
give me a Dixie.
When a perfect finish to a great performance is important, just tell them,
give me a Dixie. Oh, wait, make it two. I'm going by my mom in now.
just tell them, give me a Dixie.
Next on 21 Jump Street.
You, I knew it.
Trace's Narcotics Division's top undercover high school officer. She's your new partner.
This is not the girl to get tangled up with.
It's easy to pick up bad habits from where she's from. Am I going to be happy?
Girl, you're going to touch the sky. How could you be using?
It's just work, baby.
The truth is, narcs are poison.
Monday at 8 on WGNO 26. Video monitor bank provided by Kirschman's, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, and Homa.
The Saints drafted a safety from the University of Southern California this year, Ernest Spears, and when he arrived on the scene, everybody was saying, "Who dat?" In fact, Brett Perriman thought that he was Prince. Ernest Spears. When you saw him, you thought he was
Prince.
Yeah. And then every day, what do you do to him?
Every day I see him, I go, hey, Prince, come here. He walk over to me, I go, you don't have to talk, beautiful baby.
Brett's kind of wild, you know, and I have no idea. I don't look like him. I don't sound like him. I don't sing, you know. And, I don't know. Brett's in his own world. I think he took one too many hits in those games. So.
First time I see him, he kills. He just busts out laughing and say, I know what you're gonna do. I know what you do. And I just go back at him. I go, you don't have to be rich. And I walk away again. Be my girl.
Does he do that to you every day?
Every day. Every day. Rain or shine. He'll do it.
He's nuts.
Oh, he's good, though.
You got to get him back somehow.
Well, I don't know. I'm thinking of something. Just wait.
Okay.
Just wait.
Ernie Spears has a future with the ball club. The coaches like him, and he's played well on special teams. Now here's Denise Ferret with a story on kicks for kids. Denise?
Thank you, Joe. To many Saints fans, Morton Anderson is like a hero and savior. Oftentimes, his accurate kicking results in a win. But to a special group of youngsters, Morton is a hero in another way.
Kicks for Kids has been a part of my off-the-field endeavors for a long, long time. Actually, since I came to New Orleans in 1982, you know, I went down to the hospital and visited with the kids, made the rounds through the wards, and it was really rewarding to me. I felt really good about it, and the kids seemed to enjoy it. I give $250 for a kick, field goal, whether it's home or away. And then I challenge individuals, business community, and supportive Saint fans to either come up with whatever they can pledge, anywhere from $1 a kick to as much as they want a kick.
Morton's been on the money lately, and that translates into dollars for his kids.
That helps, of course, when you maximize your opportunities on the field. That's more money for the hospital, and you know, it's good for me, it's good for the Saints, and it's good for the hospital. So it's a win-win situation for everybody.
Brian Landry with Children's Hospital says the hospital is extremely happy with what Morton is doing.
The program's been extremely successful financially. And in fact, Morton said, well, I'll make a bigger commitment. I'll raise my pledge from $100 to $250 a kick. And he has done that, and he has made some substantial contributions to the hospital.
How substantial?
over the last 4 or 5 years, 4 years, we've raised more than $250,000 for Children's Hospital and for the Kicks for Kids program. So it's a solid program. People really enjoy it.
One of the many sponsors of the Kicks for Kids program is the 7-Up Corporation.
We tie this in where the consumer that purchases our 7-Up has the opportunity to tear off a pledge card off one of our shelf toppers and either send a pledge in the Children's Hospital along with Morton, you know, any field goal that he possibly would make. They could donate up to $1, $5, a quarter.
Martin says over the years the program has become more organized.
I know that what we're doing is the right thing, and the money is helping. It's going to the right place. I know it because I got a finger on the pulse, and I know where the money goes.
Half of the proceeds from the Kicks for Kids program goes to the neonatal and pediatrics intensive care units. The remainder is placed in an endowment fund. Joe?
Thank you, Denise.
You know, Morton Anderson is involved in a lot of charities. That was one of them, Kicks for Kids. But the Saints' wives are also involved in charities, as you'll see. They've got a fashion show coming up November the 2nd at the Hilton. You can call Ticketmaster for more details. That'll be at 6:30 at the Hilton, the 2nd annual Saints Family Fashion Show benefiting the Bridge House. Next week, the Saints take on Detroit, another run-and-shoot offense.
Again?
Again.
Oh.
That's 3 of them this year, and we'll have the highlights and all the fun right here on Saints Sideline.
Saints Sideline was brought to you by Taco Bell. Make a run for the border. Your Toyota dealers and their quality line of cars and trucks. And Dixie Beer. Just tell them, give me a Dixie.